Welcome back to another van tour video. Today I'm going to be showing you the features of our newly converted medium wheelbase 2-berth VW crafters. We've converted 3 of these vans pretty much all to the same spec and they are all up for sale right now. So at the end of this video, if you want to inquire about potentially buying one of these, then drop us a message. I'll leave contact details and a link to the sales listing in the description below. So a few things have changed since our last video. We have rebranded as Camper, so no longer Escape Conversions. We have moved into a bigger, brighter, better workshop, and we've also revamped our website. So at the end of this video, if you get a minute, head over there and check out the new features. Right, so now let's just get into the tour. So as you step into the van, you'll notice that for a medium wheelbase, we've actually managed to get an awful lot in here. So we've used our custom built shower tray which fits over the wheel arch, and that allows us to get the wet room, the shower and the toilet alongside the bed, which in turn then frees up a load of space up this front end for the living space. So 2 people can easily manoeuvre about up here without feeling on top of each other, which, you know, for a medium wheelbase van is really good. So running through the features and starting up here in the cab, the first thing you'll notice is the double swivel seat. We've had these seats reupholstered in an antique hide material with our logos embroidered into the back, and by doing that, what we've done is we've made the cab feel more like the living space rather than it being like vehicle up this end and living space at the back. It really just ties in with the whole decor of the van. So where I'm sat here is essentially the dining space. We've got a lagoon swivel table that is currently in the garage space, but that will mount here, and what you'll create is a nice double bench with a table big enough for 2 people to dine at. So moving out to the cab and into the kitchen area, as we run through the features, we've got a sink with hot and cold water. Down below we've got a fridge with a freezer compartment. We've got the Thetford triplex cooker which gives us 3 gas burners at the top and a gas oven and grill down below. Drawer storage, larder unit which is for, you know, your tins, your spices and whatnot. And at the top we've got these reeded oak doors, and behind them is just a bit more storage for food and whatever else you want to store up there. The great thing about these kitchen cabinets is they're all fixed with a latch lock from RV Labs. So these ones in the base are like a pull handle, so while they're closed they're locked, and to open them, as you pull that handle, it unlocks. So yeah, it's really good because, you know, anyone who knows anything about driving down the road, if you haven't got the right locks or latches, then drawers and doors flying open is an absolute nightmare. And then the same again in the top from RV Labs is this little hidden latch. So it's sort of like a minimal design, but really, really practical as well. Further down in the kitchen, we've got this 230-volt socket with some USBs that's connected to the inverter. And in this section we've got a little shelf at the top and 3 shelves down at the bottom. So as I mentioned before, the shower tray that we've used in this is our own custom built shower tray. Fits over the wheel arch and it really offers a lot of space down this side for the wet room. So we've got the Thetford cassette toilet there with the cassette that comes out to the back. We've got a black thermostatic mixer shower. We've lined the inside with PVC shower paneling, and we've gone for a bit of design with this concrete effect PVC paneling down the centre. The door for this shower is a timber shower door. It's cream, again ties in nicely with the overall design. Got the black handle that runs from top to bottom, and round the outside we've gone with this oak slatted wall paneling, which again ties in really nice with the wooden features that we've got throughout the van. Right, okay, so moving on to the bed. Now, I always get a bit of grief off the Karens and the Keiths online about this because it's not quite a full-size double. So yeah, I understand it's not for everyone, but when you're trying to build in such a small space like this in vans, there's always got to be some sort of compromise. So in this particular van, the compromise is the width of the bed. If you didn't have a narrower bed, then you wouldn't be able to get the shower and the toilet there, you wouldn't have so much space. So as I said, there's always a compromise, and yeah, I'm sure people will still give me grief on this video about the size of the bed. But moving on from that, as you can see, we've got same thing as we have above the kitchen with the reeded oak veneered doors, same RV latches on the handles. We've got a mirror, reading light on the back end, a couple of light switches over here, and the remote control that operates the max fan. Now on the footing of the bed, here we've got a bit of storage space, and then down below we've got the controls and the gas manifold, and the water heater down there. In this cupboard, again with a different type of RV latch, it's like an invisible latch. It gives us access to the controls. We've got a couple of switches here for the pump, and again some other lights. We've got the Victron Turbo GX Touch, which allows us to see everything from what's happening with our solar, our batteries, how full or empty our water tanks are. Yeah, so it's basically gives you a full overview of the water and electrical system in this van. Here we've got the controls for the water heater, which is a Whale water heater, which is a dual fuel, so you can use it, uses gas or 230 volt electric to heat the water, or you can use one or the other, or both. So moving on, we've got the air dispatcher controls, and on the front we've just got a couple of USB ports. The air dispatcher is actually mounted under here, but we put a false bottom in that as well, so you can actually use the top part of this as storage, and then the air dispatcher is tucked out of the way underneath there. So before we head round the back and show you what we've got in the electrical system under the bed, I almost forgot to point this out. So this is the storage space that we created above the cab. Great for shoving towels, bedding, or just like getting stuff out of the way. Stuff it up there, job's a good one. So here's the back of the van. As I mentioned before, the cassette toilet is accessed from the back. Back there we've got a gas locker which holds the propane bottle, and then in this unit here we've got all of the off-grid electrical equipment. So in there we've got 200 amp hours of 200 amp hours of Victron lithium batteries. We've got a multi-plus inverter charger, an Orion 30 amp DC to DC charger, the MPPT charger which harnesses the power from the 360 watt panel on the roof, and we've also got a Servo GX Victron device, which basically what that does, it connects all the parts of the system and displays everything on that touchscreen that I showed you earlier. Now what we've done with this electrical system, what we've done with this electrical cupboard is we've allowed the space to upgrade the electrical system should the buyer need more off-grid use. So within this cupboard there's space for another 200 amp hours of lithium batteries. We've got space for another Orion DC to DC charger, and space for a bigger inverter should the buyer want to upgrade. I told you to do some of the exterior features. As you can see here, we've got the spare wheel mounted on the back, and the reason for that is to allow the space for the water tanks underneath, which we've got a 90 litre freshwater tank and a 55 litre waste tank. Down here, as you can see there, we've mounted a reverse camera, stroke dash cam, stroke rear view camera. Moving around, you'll see obviously we've gone with a full exterior wrap featuring our branding. We've gone with the Rogue alloy wheels with all-terrain tyres. We've got the hook-up point here, water fill point, and up the top there, as you can see, we've fitted the fuel omnister awning as well. So as I mentioned before, there's 3 of these vans available. Now, we've only put the wheels, the wrap and the awning on this particular one, but obviously they can all be added should the buyer wish to on the other two vans as well. Right, so that pretty much sums it up for this van tour video. If you've liked watching it, then please give it a thumbs up, drop a comment and share it with your mates. If you really like watching it and you want to inquire about purchasing this van or any of the other two that we've got, then follow that link in the description and get in touch. Hopefully you'll be driving away in this van pretty soon. Yeah, thanks again for watching and I'll see you in the next one.